Did you know that we pick our identity? That's an amazing choice. I just had a phone call with my best friend who is this year as well 50 as I am. And while we were talking, I strongly felt that we both still struggle with picking a new identity after having picked the identity of being a mother for the past 20 plus years. If you pick the identity as a mother as your main identity, all your decisions are kind of arranged around that identity. So, for example, I did always choose jobs which were kind of don't take too much time because I wanted to spend my kids' time at home playing by themselves, being in nature, and I didn't want them to be in some kind of organization, school, afternoon school, or even like the preschool arrangements, kindergarten. Like I always wanted it to be as short as possible. And that always required me to do some jobs which are kind of in alignment with that. And even speaking to my friend, she has 3 children and she also did that all her life. And even though the children are now, like the youngest is 15 and the oldest is 24, and even then it's still dominating role being a mother, and it's difficult, for example, to build your own business while you identify 100% or maybe still 80% as being a mother. And the same applies to me. Like my youngest child is a little younger, 12 years now. My eldest son is 21. But if I want to build my business, I need to get the focus on myself and on my identity of being a business owner, for example. Or in my case, I decided to pick the identity of an artist, who is running a business to give out to the world and to make my art visible. And whatever I do, don't hide it anymore or just put it under my bed when it is done, because that's great for me then, but maybe it could be seen. So, and once I become aware of my present identity, I can decide that this identity is not the one I want to keep on focusing on. So, and now I pick a different one. So I pick the identity of an artist. So I have to suddenly arrange my actions and thoughts around that identity. So what do I do if I want to be an artist? So I create. I make my art visible. I make myself visible. I make my voice count. And I do what I need to do to get there. But it starts with that decision, and I pick the new identity, and then I turn around, I say bye-bye, old identity, you're not needed anymore, Thank you for everything I learned from you. But now I'm moving on. And I start walking in that direction by making that choice, by choosing that direction. And from that time, I walk into a different direction. I walk towards this new identity. But I pick it right now. And this is kind of what happens. I wanted to also show you that drawing, which I did on my birthday or around my birthday this year. And it expresses this idea, this feeling inside of me that I need to bring something into the world. So now I start that business and what it is about. What do I have to say? Where is my voice? So all of these things are like these outward pointed shapes, giving out to the world different things. Presence, my business, my passions, my art. And while I drew that, I had this strong impression that, or that strong feeling to draw these inward directed triangles as well, because it's like giving out is kind of one direction and the other direction is taking in, like listening to my intuition, for example, understanding the language of life. What is happening in my life and what does it mean to me? What is it? What is the meaning? What is my direction? And I also had this like support from humans, which will be like, or which is nourishing me. For example, my good friend, and also the divine support coming to me and also directing to that to get this energy. And this is why I wanted to share this drawing as well. It also applies at different ages, I guess, but for me it's my age, so I put that 50 inside. And the orange circle in the middle is like my being, my whatever, my energy field. And if it's filled with all these inspirations, connections, human connections, divine connections, language of life listening, intuition listening, then it gets strong and naturally expands outside. So, and all of that can happen only if I focus on my own issues at the moment and not on my children's. Because it's also what I realized while talking to my friend today, that our children have their own missions, why they came, their own learnings, they have their own paths, what they want to experience. And we can guide them through our glasses, which we have on, and through our perspectives, which is great. And we have to do that because that's our like mission with the children, of course. But then when they grow up, it's also so interesting to step back and let them make their own experiences bit by bit. Like my hard part about that is this media world. Like for me, it's very difficult to accept long time in the social media or any media world, because it always has a big impact on me. And like I need nature connection, I need silence, I need to focus on my inner self, and everything which is media I need to carefully choose. And it it's very difficult for me to let my children have experiences with media. I'm working on it and I'm expanding my limits, but that's something I'm working on and I'm struggling with. And it's especially difficult with a guy living with me, just started using everything and becoming older. And yes, I know he needs to, like, he's growing up in a different world than he has a different mission. He needs to have and develop different skills in this world. So this is an interesting learning part. And once in a while I also get this helpful thought which I want to share right now, because it's like the whole of the media world is also a reflection of the world, obviously. And you will also be attracted to what resonates with you, like in life. So, and you can be attracted to meditations, you can be attracted to horror movies. So, and both is equally available and both is equally part of the game. Yeah, to trust in that is quite difficult for me. Yeah. But life is full of learning opportunities, and if the world is a playground for all of us, and we can pick our identities and our children pick their experiences, and it's okay. Our parents pick their experiences, and it's okay. Our neighbors pick theirs, and our friends, and everything is part of the game, and everything is actually equally important. Even picking the dark stuff, which is also, which used to be very difficult for me to accept. And I can accept it for people who are quite a little bit farther from me much better than people who are living in my apartment. So maybe that's normal. So I wish you all the best for picking the identity which suits you best at this moment, and start working and walking in that direction. Good luck. See you soon.